Hi guys, welcome to today's episode. As you guys know, my R34 has a bad engine, had a rod knock. So today the video what I'm making is, or today's video is for engine replacement on this beauty. So stay tuned and hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, first I'm gonna jack the car up. So let's get it. Alright guys, next I'm gonna drain all the fluids, the radiator fluid, which is right here, the coolant. We're gonna drain the oil and the transmission fluid. And the coolant's draining, catching it all up because that thing's pretty good. So we're gonna let that drain, and then we're gonna start taking off. What should we take off? Alright, so let's start with the catch can. It's there. Let's get it out of the way. Alright, so I got the piping out of this side out. I got the catch can out, got the radiator out. Next I'm gonna try to unbolt the intake manifold. I don't know if I should just leave it on there and just pull the whole thing with it. I think that might be easier, but I like to not hit things with beautiful things like this one. Cash. So let's see, let's just take off all this stuff right here to make it even with that side so we can start putting the parts in boxes. Let's get it. So turbo manifold out, turbo kit's out. Now I'm gonna take off the intake manifold, fuel rail, all that stuff, throttle body, and then we'll be able to, get it done. Get this out of here. Stay tuned. Last bolt. have it. It's out. Out. Oh yeah. Alright, so I got the engine out of the Skyline and took it out with the trans because the bolts in the back are really tough to get to. So I just took out everything. Also, I'm gonna put the new one in, so I'm gonna take this apart and then we're gonna swap out all the parts that we need from this to that, and then freshen it up a little bit more, and then, you know, new clutch, new flywheel, all that getting put on also, so this thing can shred. So stay tuned. Alright, so today's progress: cleaned up the engine bay, painted it black, where you see black, because just had some spots I didn't like, so I just, you know, cleaned them up and just threw some black paint because I didn't want to go to the store and buy yellow paint. And I think you can't see it anyway, like, you know, it looks good. I think it looks good. So that's how I'm keeping my bay for now, until I really get a nice paint job in here, get the funds for the shop. The shop is coming soon. So yeah, this is how it's looking now. Just gotta clean up a little bit more and throw the engine in. Stay tuned. All right, we're upgrading the lines for the oil drain for the head, and we're gonna hook it up the turbo drain also right there, and we're gonna hook that joint up and make it fresh. So stay tuned, guys, stay tuned. It's looking fresh. Coming soon, coming soon. Look really good. I'm gonna put another piece of protector here just so I don't get these overheated. I'm gonna actually leave this by itself like that. It's not gonna that much heat here, it's already wrapped, but I do want to put something along here because I don't trust that. So yeah, we're coming along. Just got to clean up everything else and drop her in. Stay tuned, guys. I also got to switch the valve covers from this one, so let's get it. Oh yeah, she's coming along. She's got 5 water pumps on. 5 water pumps and new alternator and new spark plugs. All right, today we're gonna go and resurface my flywheel for the R34. That's the engine now. I'm still debating how to run this stupid drain. But yeah, it's coming along, and I'm just trying to figure this out. Like I said, I don't know. Let's get going with the flywheel though. There she is, and get her cut. Got the new spec clutch. Let's see, I think it's a 3-stage. I'm not sure. I think it's a 3 or 2-stage. I forgot what it was, but it's $6. So I had a flywheel I bought, but this guy sent me I think he put a different flywheel in here. This looks like kind of like for an Evo or something, but he gave me the wrong stuff, so I'm beat now. But let's get to it. All right, we got cash. Come on, let's go, boy. That's 15. I actually messed up the clutch master cylinder, I believe, but I'm gonna change both. So Let's go, Cash. Come on. Get in. Get in. Good boy. All right, let's go, guys. All right, so this is how I ran it this time. I had this hose custom made. I made it the wrong way, but I kind of have it like this. Going into the one block here. All right, so I assembled what I could up here so I can just put it in. Not worry about that later. Still got to mount my motor mounts that I got. Silver Projects. Bought it from them. Here I made the drain this way, and then the turbo drain over here, and that's the support right there. It's good setup for heat and, you know, everything functioning properly. I also gotta just put the backing plate on there. My brand new cut. They cut this one for me. Original tire down the street from me. And then we're getting the spec stage 3 clutch 6-puck. So that's what we're doing at the moment. Stay tuned. We got our mounts on, about to take it down. Silver Project, we gotta find our nuts. So let's get it. So the wife just finished helping me torque these down. They go to 112 foot-pounds, 105 to 112. Then over here I replaced the throttle bearing, so it's smooth now. The old one's right there, all lonely. But yeah, this is a pull style clutch, so the little ring snaps on here. And I'm gonna just put the clutch, which is right here, and put it on. So stay tuned.
The power bearing's in there now. Power bearing's in there. I put it in. This takes right on there. So you put it here. Put it right there.
Just gonna torque down the 9 bolts all around the pressure plate to the flywheel, and they go to 30 foot-pounds. So let's get our handy dandy wrench. You just wanna hold this one up here.
Want me to hold this?
Yeah.
So where?
Alright, so the trans is in all together. Just got to tighten up the bolts, torque them down. Everything went in smooth. Nico helped pushing the engine towards me, and we got it in. You know, the father and son working together at 8 years old. Get at us. New motor mounts. Everything's just been redone, you know, making fresh. Looks really good. Everything looks really clean. So that's what it's all about with this build. We gotta make it all look good. So stay tuned for the remainder. Today we're putting the engine in on the R34. All freshened up already, prepping her up. So she's going in. Oh yeah, she's pretty. New motor mounts, fresh motor mounts. So let's get her in. Let's get the truck, back it in, and Rayma's gonna help me. Let's go, Rayma. All right, so I backed the truck up, took it out of there. Now I'm gonna put it in the truck, transfer it over there, take this, take that, and put it in the car. Let's get it. Me and my dad came through, and we had a little rubbing issue here. Not a problem though. She's almost in. So just gotta line up the mounts. Stay tuned. All right, so the engine's in. I started hooking up all these. Made the mistake that the old one didn't fit the plug. This sensor right here, I have the other one, but I can't show it to you right now because it's in the other engine. But yeah, this sensor had a different connector on the other one. It was different style. So, you know, little things you run into after, you know, when you're rushing. I won't recommend it. Just take your time and get this stuff done right. So I'm gonna put this back on and continue wiring up everything before I put the intake manifold, because everything gets hidden behind the manifold. And over here, just gotta put the exhaust manifold. I use my old 240SX hoses, so hopefully they work. I gotta route them somehow so that I can make it work with the turbo manifold and that drain that I put back there, because that's where the old lines were coming in from. So let's see how this works out. All right, so the wiring and all the tubing for the coolant hoses and all that, made them all zip tied like this, real nice, so I have enough room to put the intake manifold and nothing gets in my way. So that's why I did all that, and I have to just cut those little ends of those zip ties, put the manifold on, which is right there, and yeah, get this baby on the road hopefully this weekend. Let's get it. All right, so everything's back together. Pretty much I just gotta put the turbo piping on, about to start it up, see how she sounds for the first time. So let's be, oh, this might be a problem right here. That hose right there, actually. Shouldn't be that much of a problem though. We'll get that, we'll still run. Much better. Sounds good. That noise you're hearing is the power steering. Doesn't have enough fluid. All right, she runs.